Even on Thanksgiving, the Bucks and the Colts had to go practice, and I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I had a great day spending time with some family, watching football all day, had a lot of good food. I hope all the same happened for you guys. But as we dive into these practice reports, for the Bucks, nothing changed from Wednesday to Thursday. So Friday is going to be a telling day, right? So today, my day job, I'll be working all day. I won't have an injury report for you till tomorrow. But what I do have for you today is that Levante David still has not practiced this week. Jamel Dean, we already know, is going to be out this upcoming week. Devin White also not practicing. Two of their best players on defense already not practicing this week. One of their best players on defense already not playing this week. So again, advantage Colts in that regard. Carlton Davis was a limited participant with a hip injury. We'll see what happens there. Looks like he's tracking to play. Chris Godwin, also a limited participant with a knee and an elbow. He's also tracking to play. Robert Hainsey, limited participant. He's on track to play right now. And then Tristan Wirfs, a full participant in practice. Looks like he will be playing in the upcoming game. And then for the Colts, they did have a couple of changes, right? Juju Brents still not practicing. He's probably going to be out. Drew Ogletree still not practicing. Looks like he'll be out. Grant Stewart has an illness, still did not practice on Thursday. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Is he going to play? Is he not? Today's going to be a telling day for him as well. But Ryan Kelly was a limited participant in practice on Wednesday, but a full participant in practice on Thursday. And you can say the same about Rodney Thomas, who was a full participant in practice on Thursday. So these guys look like they're on track to play, which is going to be good for us. And coming into this game, for the most part, looking pretty healthy. And when you take into account who's going to be there for the game for both sides, when you start to talk about the matchup between one side and the other, like coming into this game, I think the Colts have an opportunity to come out of the bye week and look really strong. Right, the Buccaneers are a team that have been putting up a fight in pretty much every game that they've played this year. They're better than most people thought, definitely better than I thought they'd be. But it's not like they're in the top half of the league, in my opinion, where I think the Colts are. Then you go look at their injuries. Like when we talk about those guys, like if Levante David and Devin White don't play, that's a big deal. Jamel Dean not being there, that's going to be a big deal. Josh Downs should be able to have a good day. Carlton Davis looks like he's going to play, but if he didn't, that'd be a pretty big deal. So I think when you look at the Colts offense against the Bucks defense in this one, I think running the ball against Tampa Bay is always difficult because of Vita Vea and the athletes that they have on the field. Now, again, a lot of these athletes could not play, so we'll see what happens there. But Vita Vea being in the middle is enough for me to say, yeah, it's going to be a difficult day running the ball, especially for a team that likes to run those inside zones. So what I'm looking for from the offense is to be able to pick up the blitzes that Todd Bowles is inevitably going to send, and to be able for Gardner Minshew, one, to throw the ball accurately, but for our wide receivers to be able to do their thing in this game. I think that's how the Colts offense has the most success, is being able to, like, you can't just abandon the run, but I think this defense, they're aggressive enough that you can get them to cheat up for the run and get them with the play action and hold them up for a second and be able to work through the pass game in the play action. So in my opinion, like Josh Downs, again, with Jamel Dean being out, I think Josh Downs has an opportunity here to come out and remind people why he was being put in the Offensive Rookie of the Year conversation. Right between the bye week and a couple weeks of being injured, not playing all the snaps, like people seems like they forgot who Josh Downs is. I think he has an opportunity to come out here and remind them with more than 100 yards in this game. I really wouldn't be surprised if he has a huge game. And I think what Josh Downs is able to do is going to be able to open up a guy like Alec Pierce. He operates on the same side as Alec Pierce so much that I think Josh Downs can start to take some of that safety focus away to where Alec Pierce gets those deep shots. And if not, again, Josh Downs just going to keep eating. Right. And I think offensively in this game, the only thing we really have to worry about is Gardner going to turn the ball over? And as long as he's not turning the ball over, I think there's an opportunity here for a lot of success for the offense. I think we're going to be able to move the ball on this defense. We just have to see the more efficient Gardner, right? That's which, that's game to game, right? I mean, we had these same conversations, with each other in the 2021 season when Carson Wentz was here. Like some games he was good and he was efficient and he made the right throws, and then some games he just drove you mad. So I'm hoping that we can see Gardner, settle it down a little bit. The offense more catered to what Gardner can do well. And again, as long as he can keep the turnovers down, I think the offense can put up plenty of points. So when you look at the defense against the Bucs offense, and this is a game where you just can't let Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin absolutely destroy us. Right. And I like the Bucs running back, young guy, Rashad White. He's a good player. And with the way the Colts run defense has been up and down, especially since Grover Stewart's been out, that's something we got to worry about. But I feel good about our defensive line against the Bucs offensive line. Like that matchup, I think we're solid in. But what we got to make sure we do is be able to, one, stop Rashad White in the passing game. He had a lot of catches in his last game. He's active as a receiver, especially with Baker Mayfield as his quarterback. So we got to make sure we're on top of him when he does get the ball in his hands, as some extension of the run game type of passes. But also, again, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They cannot be the reason we lose this game. All right, coming off of this bye, what I'm hoping is through the self-evaluation that Gus Bradley realized, and he kind of hinted at it in his press conference earlier this week about how, they saw some stuff that, worked more than they thought it would, but he didn't get into detail. I think that we might see Gus Bradley start to call more of those blitzes, right? He had a high success rate with blitzes in the first part of the season before the bye. So maybe we'll see him start to get more aggressive, right? Kind of have that personnel. He has a lot of athletes on defense. He can send guys. He usually has good success with it. We'll see exactly what happens. But if we can put some pressure on Baker Mayfield and force him into some mistakes, that's how we get some of these young guys like Jalen Jones. We need to get Jalen Jones some turnovers. Kenny Moore needs some more pick sixes, right? Deron Bland just got to 5 and broke an NFL record on Thanksgiving. We need Kenny Moore to get some more, right? Julian Blackmon wants to get paid. He's going to need more turnovers. So what I'm hoping is that we'll see the pass rush, whether that's just the 4-man front or blitzing and getting pressure on the quarterback. I just hope that we're able to throw the quarterback off, because Baker Mayfield's a guy that'll give you some. You just got to be in the right spot and be ready for your opportunity. And again, I think the defense is good enough to do it. Right, they had those 3 games against the Jaguars, the Browns, and the Saints that they let up a lot of points, a lot of yards. But coming into this one, they've been better, right? Did what they had to do against Panthers, did what they were supposed to do against the Patriots. So through all the self-evaluation, I think we come out of this one and we're able to get a W. My score prediction for this game is going to be 27-13 Colts. And at the end of the day, I just think we're a more talented football team. I think we're well coached, a lot better coached than the Buccaneers, honestly. I think Todd Bowles is a good DC, but as a head coach, just doesn't have a great track record. So, we'll see what happens. But again, I have the Colts winning this game 27-13. I'd love to know what you think is going to happen in this game, what you think the score is going to be. You let me know down in the comment section. And of course, don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button. Have notifications on so you get notified anytime a video comes out. We have videos every single day, except for on Thanksgiving. But with that said, as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.